What's up, guys? It's Devin of That Child Gamer. Welcome to another series on Doki Doki. I'm kind of pissed off at myself, and the reason, you guys will never understand this because you guys are just seeing this in order, but I've actually already recorded this series. But then I look back at episode 1, okay? Sorry, my freaking throat's like really froggy right now. So basically, how do I put this? So something in the game, and I think it was when Yuri roasted me completely about the poem, because I didn't impress her. She completely roasted me, and I took my hands, and I just hit my heart like that. I'm like, oh, it hurts. But I even checked my mic, and apparently to me it didn't look muted, but I actually did mute my mic. So for literally the last third of the video, it was just pure silence, but just game sound and Doki Doki music. So it's like, the entire video it was fine, and then all of a sudden I mute my mic without even knowing. So it's like I had to restart this entire first part. I know exactly where I left off in the first video, which is not a problem. Also, this also gives me a chance to make a thumbnail too, because I don't actually have a thumbnail for the part 1. I only have it for 2 and 3. So this is actually maybe a good thing, but I don't know. It's still kind of pissy that I have to re-record this entire hour of gameplay. So without further ado, we shall do this. And I basically went in the first part. I basically read through the entire half of the first act. DDLC VN is a mod that begins by playing through nearly the entirety of the first act. Meaning, if you guys don't want to see this, you guys have to wait for, I believe, episode 3 to come out, because 3 is the part where things really change. There are differences in the actual first act where, like, you can actually impress Monika, and you can actually have the Monika storyline. So that's a good reason why I didn't skip any of it. So it's like, I decided that I'm gonna play through Act 1 completely. So therefore, that's what we're gonna do again, because I'm trying to replicate what happened in the other video. Except the fact that now that I know everything that happens, it's not gonna be as fun. So it's like, what the fuck? But I guess I have to anyway, because I don't want to have a muted mic in my freaking video. So it's like, oh boy. Okay, so hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl's Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase me after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Devin. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think that we're a couple or something. Fine, but you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you wanted to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Also, I'm recording this at freaking 10 o'clock in the morning, which means I literally woke up like less than an hour ago. Literally I think I woke up like probably a half an hour ago. So I'm doing this all like right out of bed. So my voice is going to be a lot lower, a lot squeakier, and a lot really more tired sounding. Just checking my mic real quick because I don't want the same problem happening again for the second time. Also, my nose is runny, so if I have to pause every now and then to blow my nose, and so be it, because I can't take the feel of runny nose during a recording. We crossed the street together. Oh god, my voice. Wow. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta get some water. Alright, and we're back. Still feel really shitty because even the water didn't really help my voice or my throat. Because I don't know, there's a lot of mucus coming out of it. I got a bit of a cold, so it's like, what the frick. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Devin, have you decided to join on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. And I haven't been looking either. That's not true! You told me that you would join a club this year! Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. I get gassy when I drink water, so that's why I burped. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, even when I'm perfectly content just by getting on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I ruined that phrase so bad in the actual series. I said this so wrong and I can't forgive myself for it. I read it completely wrong when it's supposed to say just getting by on the average. And I said this like almost completely backwards. So that's pretty sad. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years just because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why'd I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind just at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, you can come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori's vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed a club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep, Sayori. I can't tell if Sayori's really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning to have planned this all out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay! Let's go! Well, it said yes, but I think yay works a little bit better with that. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting. Yeah, I noticed this in the first take of this video as well. Yuri actually has a name, and so does Natsuki. Monika has always had her name because she's been known by us before this game even happened. But Yuri and Natsuki have a name for some reason. They're not called Girl 1 and Girl 2, so it's like, what the hell? But yeah. Just a little Easter egg for you guys. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Devin, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. A girl with a sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly to my ear, then turns back to towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears compared with more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Devin. Monika smiles sweetly. And as I was saying in the first take, and every other episode that she does this, it's really creepy. Just this pose. Even in the original game, it looked a lot more creepy in the original game because you kind of had an idea that she was the one not to trust. I'm so sorry. I really hope I cut that out. But I just sneezed, and it sounded disgusting and horrifying, and it did not feel good. Wow, I am not doing well this morning, I'm telling you. I wake up every morning and I just have so bad of just allergies and stuff. They just kick in right in the morning. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. I'm sorry, my eyes just completely twitched and it was just bad. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Devin. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay. Oh, it's like that's Natsuki's voice. Like I'm mixing up the voices already. Okay, you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs it first, then Monika, and I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with a mouthful and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help her notice, but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Yes, I have, because I played this game already. I've heard this before because I literally did this episode twice now. Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for, you know, you, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. I'm gonna take another sip of water. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start at your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if that encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a good leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Devin, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how very little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's so obvious that by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. She ain't so gentle, Monika. I think you have it all wrong. We know what happens. But if a story makes me think... I'm sorry, my nose is being so horrible. If a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over from me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! Give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulder. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you could set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri quizzically look at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own, and the next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Devin? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Well, now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said that I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, Devin, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. And I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Devin, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Oh no, I don't like that. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Devin, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school at a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. So, basically, in the new writing poem stuff, you can now impress Monika. And there's different words that used to belong to other girls, but now belong to Monika. So it's like you gotta really choose what you think Monika would like. And I know damn well that Monika likes piano. I impressed Monika every single time when I did this, so I'm gonna continue that trend. Yeah. I sneezed again. I hope I really did edit that out. Okay, that went everywhere. Holy shit. Okay, so there's Dream, there's Infinite, Aura. Oh god, a lot of these could be her. Dream? No, it's Yuri. Shit. Club, definitely Club. Choice, definitely her. Monika, definitely Monika. Athletic, definitely Monika. Festival, definitely Monika. Literature, definitely Monika. Atone, empty, unstable, misfortune, disown. Just? I feel like that would be Yuri. No, it's Monika! Yes! Okay. Question, misery, companionship, definitely Monika. Rainbow, adventure, smile, peaceful, agonizing, secretive. No, it's Yuri. Shit. No! Imagination, Doki Doki, fun, heartbeat, nature, amazing, sweet, vertigo. No, that's her. That's Yuri. I don't know what Monika would be. Damn it, there's no Monika ones on that one. Skirt, that'd definitely be Natsuki. Fester, power, no! Emerald, definitely her. Friends would probably be her. No, shit! I'm doing horrible. Freedom? Definitely, yeah, definitely her. Family, green is definitely her. Extreme character, definitely her. Analysis, unrequited, mouse. Love, insight. Insights? No. Music, definitely her. Okay, so I think we did a good job. I think we impressed Monika. Hi again, Devin. Oh, that's her voice. Hi again, Devin. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back at Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Devin. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment of you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan on just to come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Devin always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two really are good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Devin could become good friends too. Sayori? As usually, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she's just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori! Me? Not really. Don't be shy! It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. I'm sorry, my nose is itchy. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. My nose is so itchy! Come on! Is that so? Yeah, I wouldn't make it such a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. My nose is so itchy! I hate it so much. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book that she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Well, now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book, and I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Monika walks over to me. I was thinking she might have been busy with the presidential activities, but she doesn't seem to be in any type of rush. Hey, Devin. She smiles at me. I need to run in the next room for supplies, but it's a lot, and I might not be able to carry it. Can you help? I shrug. Why not? Sure, I'll help you out. Yay, thanks, Devin. She grins. She turns to the other club members. Okay, everyone. Devin and I will be back. Sayori, make sure nothing goes wrong, okay? Sayori turns to Monika, startled. Eh? I mean, alright. Sayori smiles, feigning confidence. Monika and I exit the room. We walk into the hallway, and it's unfamiliar to me being for third-year students, but Monika leads the way. Ah, the club. You know, we've only known each other for about a month, but we've already become good friends, you know? I don't know what I'd do without the others. Even you, Devin. Oh, wait, this is her talking, isn't it? Is that her talking? Yeah, it is. What the hell am I doing? For the day you've been in here, you've already fit so well. I guess we have Sayori to thank for that, huh? Yeah. Her expression changes. A silence fills the air until we enter the classroom. That's kind of creepy. The way that she just stops smiling like that. Monika starts rummaging around for the miscellaneous items. I shove my hands in my pockets and look around the room. Despite my intention, I end up taking occasional glances at Monika. Hey Devin, can you hold this for me? Monika hands me the stack of posters. She's still not smiling. I grab them. Awkwardly, silence begins to fill the room. I decide to break it by asking her a question. Hey Monika, why didn't you join one of the major clubs? I mean, I know you said you like things quieter, but don't you hang out with huge groups during school hours anyway? That's a good point. The truth is, though, I would only earn my presidency over the other clubs because I'm popular. I'd rather actually earn it for a start. Plus, I still like it quieter anyway. That's part of the reason it's a literature club, as not many people will be willing to join us. A fair point, seeing as how Sayori almost had to drag me here. I can't understand this, though. You became a president with with little precocities, so over there, you have a lot of power and you barely have to lift a finger. Plus, even as a leader, you wouldn't need to do nearly as much there. Isn't that a good thing? She chuckles. Were you even popular, Devin? No. In any grade level? No. Well, I mean, I was really liked in my class back in 6th grade, and people were really nice to me last year. Even if it was only so they can cheat off my homework. So true. Monika laughs again. Or again laughs. No need to impress me, Devin. Trust me on this, but popularity is grass is always greener than on the other side situation. But you're the talk of the entire school. Everyone thinks you're really pretty, smart, athletic, and literally everyone wants to date you. Does everyone include you, Devin? Oh God, she asked me that question. I remember that, and I completely forgot about that. She asked me this question. She says with the more of a quizzical tone than an amused one. As much as I want to answer, I decide to ignore the question. Why would you not want that kind of thing? For one, being watched like that is terrible. Have you ever watched a TV show Bigger Brother? Nope. The one with cameras always and constantly watching? Imagine that every day at school. If I was talking to you like this just a few hours earlier, there would already be hundreds of rumors about how you and I are making out in the closet together. I try to hide how much that idea makes me blush. She continues, I'm more puzzled at why you'd want that. I would think being unpopular is more fun, no? Yeah, well, video games, anime, and image boards aren't all they're cracked up to be. Monika once again chuckles. I still wouldn't mind doing that, honestly. Maybe for a day. Although I guess the grass is greener for me too, huh? Definitely. Gets kind of lonely when the people you talk to will only know you for about 10 minutes before you both move on. So true. So many life-like incidents has happened to me like that. I've talked to so many friends, and like either I would kind of friend zone them or they would kind of friend zone me. So it's like you never, last very long. You talk to them for 10 minutes, next thing you know, it becomes like 2 months before you even talk again. So it's like, you've completely wasted that entire time. I suppose that's true. I guess no matter what a person gets, they always have to look at someone else and wish for what they have, huh? Hey, when it comes to the looks, at least I think only one of us is wishing we were as attractive as the other. Aw, don't sell yourself short, Devin. There are people that will totally find you attractive inside and out. Oh my god, my nose is so itchy! I hate it! Ugh, freaking hate my nose. It's so annoying. Okay, well we're back anyway. Okay. Where was I? Okay, I have to remember what just happened because I was out there for like a minute. She smiles, grabs the materials, and we were supposed to get back in the first place and walk back. I think about what she said. Oh yeah, she was talking about, looking attractive and stuff. It may be easy for her to say, but it does still feel really nice to hear, especially from her. We walk back into the classroom, and Monika thanks Sayori for taking over. Natsuki sticks her head out from her manga to complain. Monika, we didn't need anyone to babysit us, and Sayori wasn't the best qualified out of us either. This time, Yuri sticks her head out from her book. I can agree with you in a way. Nobody needs to babysit us. I was perfectly fine. Natsuki gets noticeably irritated by this. Oh, I remember this. They go through an entire argument how she's like 9 years old and she's like over something. I don't know. Oh wow, Yuri, you're not 8 years old anymore. Good job. I'm sure everyone, especially Devin, is super impressed. Yes, Natsuki, you're right. I'm not 8 years old anymore. Soon enough, you'll learn it's a big milestone to hit. When's your 9th birthday party scheduled, by the way? That's such a roast. Natsuki is visibly angry, but smiles shortly after retorting. It's expected to come right after you grow some confidence, Yuri. Come to think of it, I guess that means I'll be 8 years old forever. They go back and forth for another few seconds when Sayori finally steps in. Guys, you're proving Monika's point! You're both friends! Stop arguing like you hate each other! Yeah, when Sayori is the most mature person in the room, something has to be wrong. Excuse me. Sayori's face flushes. Yuri and Natsuki go silent and both back to what they were reading. Alright, well I think we might be able to ease tension by reading our poems, everyone. By the way, did you remember the red poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Alright, so we're going to go through the same order as we did in the original series. It's going to go Sayori, then Yuri, then Natsuki, then Monika. So that's what we're going to do. Sayori. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. This is a good poem, Devin. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. To be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. My nose is still itchy. I'm sorry. I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Devin. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now that you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, we'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, these are all the same poems, by the way, guys. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit? You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Did I just... Okay. I didn't mute my mic. I was kind of fiddling around with it. I just wanted to make sure I didn't mute my mic. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Yuri, your turn. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guessed it might be after you're reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri to get It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. I'm sorry, I'm recording this in the morning. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki could be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do! I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as that's a rare opportunity for her, which in itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. That's the first time I actually read her handwriting completely straight through without making a mistake, so I'm proud of myself, yeah! I didn't mute my mic, did I? Okay, I just have to keep checking. I'm very paranoid this time around. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But you took a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Ew. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Devin. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you only did just glance over after all. That was where, right there, that was where I muted my mic. That's where I took both my hands and just did that on my heart and... That's where I took both my hands, just put them on my heart. I'm like, ow, that hurt so much. Because I didn't just glance over it. I took so much effort into reading that. And now you're just going to tell me I glanced over it. So it's like, I did that. I actually ended up hitting my mic and it was really sad. And the entire rest of the video was just literally no talking whatsoever. And that's why I'm glad I'm checking it now. And it's not muted, so hopefully the rest of this episode will go well. Well, I suppose you did only glance over after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that, but just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Okay, so now we have Natsuki. Natsuki's gonna hate us completely because we didn't write about her. Devin, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe I'm not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of your first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Oh, my nose! So itchy! It's never itchy until I start recording, and that's the annoying part about it, is that it never itches until the second I press F4, start the recording. Next thing you know, do an intro, and everything just goes horribly wrong. What the fuck? Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. Stop itching! I'm getting actually mad because my nose won't stop, and it's really, like, interfering with the fucking video. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of your poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. Don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright guys, last but not least, Monika. The one where it counts. Hi Devin, having a good time so far? Yeah. Yeah, good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Devin, we're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. Wow. Of all the first writing styles to choose, this one is very enjoyable. The writing in it is really mysterious, and the meaning you get at first might not be the actual meaning there is. Reminds me a tiny bit of my own poems. Something really interesting about having a reader second-guess themselves, you know? Tricking them into to a dead end or having them follow a clue that doesn't really mean anything. And hearing the different interpretations is really neat too. I'm sure you know about that. After all, that's why this poem was so good. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way that everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. That's too good. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. I see the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, the kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could just say that I have a crush on the person outside of the screen. I had some kind of an epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Thanks, Monika. Take that in real life, guys. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way that my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I'm about to rip off a piece of my chair. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Devin did too. So based on that, I gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Devin liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Devin appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Devin started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, the both girls turned towards me, if they both just noticed I was standing here. Devin, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? I can't fucking speak in the morning. I'm sorry. The meaning should just jump out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Devin. But wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning them most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Devin? Well, How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, I need a breather. I'm sorry, I can't freaking do this. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course, that's going to be, help me, Sayori! Natsuki. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words that I had on my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah! Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know that you're making your friend feel like this? Devin, well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for the others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri that what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were, big and beautiful. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. My freaking nose is so bullshit! Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I can get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Devin, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poem everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those who I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Devin, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does this kind of thing happen often? No! It's rare that I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Devin, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone, it makes me happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun! It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay! Yeah. Let's do this! So, with that being said, that is officially where I ended off in the first take of this video, so that's where I'm going to end off in this take as well. So, I really did enjoy this game, and I will say that. I'm not going to say I enjoyed it so far because I already know exactly everything that happens, but I'm not going to spoil it for you guys because you guys have not seen the second and third video yet. Unless you have and you're just rewatching this for some dumb reason. I don't know why you do that, to be completely honest. But I am going to leave it here. So, I don't even know what... I'm not even bother saving because literally after this video, I plan on deleting this freaking game because I've already played through it. I just had to redo this video. So, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new. I'd love, in addition to the channel, guys, I have a Discord. Come check me out outside of YouTube. It's going to be a fun time for all. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. And I hope to see you guys in my next one. Goodbye!